144, I got a video gate rolling on you out here right now, man. Hey, 144, I got a video gate rolling for anybody, I guess, man. Whoever wants to jump in it, they'll own this gate. But, 144 sounding good out here in Tennessee, man. Like I said, it's rough, but I did get you that time. 144 around Death Valley. Hey, 144, your rooster in 10 on this broke down Cobra 1 grand. Right back.
Okay, Rooster, you have a great day. It's been a week. 144 Death Valley. I'm going to get out of here. War wagon running some errands down here. Hello, Rooster in Tennessee. John Denver, the king in the war wagon.
Alright, 144, you came in there about 9 dB, man. I was waiting to key. John Denver's in there in the war wagon, so I'm going to wave right back at him too. But 144, check out the video gate, man. Sounding good. And hello out there, JD in the war wagon, man. I'm going to wave right back at you. 144, Death Valley. JD in the war wagon. Rooster in the 10. On this broke down Cobra 1 grand. Waving right back. Brega, brega, brega. Hey, JD, it's rough out there, man. I ain't gonna lie. I heard you say you was just working something out in the war wagon. I heard you say this Cobra 1 grand was sounding alright out there. But, it's rough, man. I tell you, it's a daggone battlefield out here today. It's rough. I had that, weed killer come in there. Jumped in my radio, but, hello, John Denver in the war wagon. Sounding good in Tennessee, man. Appreciate the flowers on this Cobra 1 grand. We ain't had her hooked up in about 4 or 5 months, so figured we'd just jump out here today and see what this thing would do. Take care out there, John Denver in the war wagon. Weed killer. Anybody else out there hearing this pile of wood grain? Your rooster in these hills of 10, broke down, Cobra 1 grand, getting on down.
We just had an earthquake out here in San Diego. Just had an earthquake, a mild earthquake out here in San Diego. Over there talking on the Contiga radio. Hey, Rooster, I say hello. John Denver in the war wagon. I'm heading into Weed Killer Town right now. I'm gone.
Alright, JD, take care, man. Yeah, Weed Killer didn't get in there that time. I guess he didn't key up, man. But, yeah, take care of John Denver in the war wagon. I got you about 10 over 9 on this blurry video gate over here. Anyway, man, take care. JD in the war wagon. Your rooster in the hills of 10. Back out.
Hi, Dylan. And I heard he was down here in San Diego area, man, so I wanted to look at his new truck. To send his new truck to the recycle bin breaker.
Hey, 410 on sending his new truck to the recycle bin, man. You heard he was down in San Diego and you were going to send his new truck to the recycle bin? Man, that ain't nice. That ain't nice out there. I heard Weed Killer coming there. He said, don't worry about that mud duck John Denver out there, man. He told me not to worry about you, man, but I got to worry about you when you're jumping up my radio like that. Hey, Weed Killer. John Denver said something about taking your truck to the recycle bin or something out there, man. Your rooster in 10, getting on down. Man, that was a mess that time. That was a mess that time. I had a big old carrier jump in my radio. Man, that cotton picking carrier may have been local. I don't know. But that was a mess that time. All I had was a bunch of bumblebees around 9 dB. Rooster in the 10 with this small station getting on down.
Alright, Rooster, well, sorry about the big old carrier in your radio. I'm just coming back into Weed Killer country now. And I know that 220 should be hearing me by now. Where you at, 220? Where's that money mouth blue diesel car you got going on? Hey, Rooster. Oh, JD said he was talking about 220's new truck. He's going to put 220's new truck in the recycle bin, not Weed Killer.
Hey, 410, I got it that time, Phil. Yeah, it was rough, man. I wasn't catching all of it before, but he come here and cleaned my radio out that time. And then you cleaned his radio out there. 410, he's going to take 220's new truck to the recycle bin. Hey, 220, if you're out there, man, JD's on the hunt for you. He's got his, he's trying to go green, man. He's going to put that truck in the recycle bin for you there. I got that all, Big Phil. I appreciate that, though, man. Thanks for clearing that up. But yeah, I got him that time. I got it all that time. Hey, Big Phil, John Denver in the War Wagon. Your rooster in these heels of 10. Getting on down.
Let's stop wearing. Right back there, listen to Spencer on all the Nichols, man, but I don't hear him out there. He might already be going on down the road, man. He's going to his car right now. He's going to take 3 days off hanging out with me, no doubt about it.
Alright, JD, take care out there, man. Sounding good out of that War Wagon. I hear 4040 in there on his little driver. That doggone 4040 jumped up my receive, man. That could have been who that big old carrier was out here a second ago. Hey, 4040, your rooster in 10, waving right back.
Yeah, right.
Hey, 410 on 4040 don't want none, man. It got rough, but I heard you through that, man. I heard you say 4040 don't want none. That doggone 4040 gave me the cold shoulder that time, man. I guess you heard me, but 4040 didn't, so he must have gave me the doggone cold shoulder out there. Either that or he don't recognize me on this broke down Cobra 1 Grand. Hey, 4040, John Denver, your rooster in these heels of 10. I'm waving both hands, man. I can't keep both hands on the wheel when I'm waving both hands. Rooster in the 10, getting on down.
Right back there, rooster.
Who was that said I was making a lot of noise out there in Cal? 4040, get your mind off 197, man. I know you hear me out there, 40. Get your mind off 197. I know you got to hear this radio, even if I am getting in between keys, man. Please acknowledge me so I don't go home and cry in my pillow. Hey, 4040, even if I'm getting in between keys, just acknowledge me, man, so I can pat myself on the back. Rooster in the 10, getting on down. Yeah, go ahead for Rooster out there. Who is that said break on Rooster? Go ahead there.
No brakes on Monday morning. No get back weed killer, man. Every time I come into town and pass through he's never there so I can stop on by.
Hey, Weed Killer was out here a minute ago, man. He was in here hot and heavy a minute ago, man. He was in here cutting radios off there, so I don't know where he went, but he was in here a minute ago there, Break.
I was thinking of going over there and stopping by and see what he was doing, but
Hey, 410 on your thing about stopping by and seeing what he was doing, man. Yeah, I don't know where he ran off to out there. There ain't no telling. You can't tell about that old Weed Killer with his homemade weed killer. Hey, John Denver, there ain't no telling where Weed Killer went, man. He was in here about 10 or 15 minutes ago, though. He was in here tearing my radio up. Hey, John Denver, your Rooster right back.
Hey, Rooster, tell John Denver I said whoops. On the top side.
You don't want me to tell him that, man. He will never be quiet if I tell him that, Big Phil. Hey, Big Phil, you don't want me to tell him that, because if I do, he ain't gonna leave me alone.
I'll get home and cut him off.
Hey, John Denver, I think Big Phil was about to sing a Britney Spears song out there, man. He was going to say, oops, I did it again. Hey, JD, I think Big Phil was about to break out and sing a Britney Spears song out there, man. He said, oops, I did it again. I said, man, you don't want me to tell him that, because he ain't going to leave me alone if you say that. You going to be thinking I got Big Phil out here to cut your radio off. I'm going to have my pom-poms out for Big Phil now. Hey, I'm cheering on Big Phil, man. I'm in the Big Phil cheer section there. Hey, John Denver, Big Phil about to break out singing a Britney Spears song, oops, I did it again. Hey, John Denver, your rooster right back.
It's like, whoops, there goes another rubber duck. Whoops, there goes another rubber duck, he's gone.
Hey, shame on you for that, Big Phil. But I'm going to tell you one thing right now. I don't know who has got the worst talent as far as singing goes, man. It's you or John Denver. I don't know, but it's between y'all two, man. You definitely don't have the voice for singing. Hey, Big Phil, stick to radio, man. Hey, Big Phil, you did it again. John Denver said he's going to cut your radio off when he gets in the house, man. I ain't going to be here for that. So we're going to let you leave with a win today, Big Phil. I'm not going to be here for that, so I can't count that. I'm not going to be here for all that. Hey, Big Phil, with your victory shoes on, doing a victory dance out there in Cali. Big Phil, your rooster right back.
Gentleman Jack and the Gatekeeper, they were out here singing the other day, and they get down. I mean, talking about golden records. Don't mess with those two boys when it comes to singing.
Hey, Roger on Gentleman Jack and Gatekeeper, man. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna keep my voice under wraps, cause I can only sing good when I'm in the shower, man. That's my studio, and like I said, I can't bring the radio to the shower, and I can't bring the shower to the radio, so I'm gonna keep my singing voice off the radio. Hey, Big Phil, you're Rooster in the 10, right back.
I got you there, Rooster. In the shower's a good place. I'm a one-handed singer when it's in the shower, though, Bright.
Hey, Roger on the one-handed singer when you're in the shower there, man. Yeah, that's where I sing at, man, but funny thing is, when I get out of the shower, I don't sound as good. I don't know, man. I can't bring the radio to the shower, and I can't bring the shower to the radio, so I guess I'll just, I'll be the only one to ever hear my voice, man. That way, you know, I'm my own best critic. I'll be the only one to ever hear my voice there. Hey, Big Phil, you're Rooster in 10, right back.
I like that. Yeah. What we'll do, Rooster, is we'll blame it on the water. It's not the acoustics in the shower, it's the water. It's the water. I heard old Fishman in Kentucky popping up in there, too. I'm going to say good morning to him. Hey, Rooster, Big Phil in the barnyard. Gonna let her roll.
All right, Big Phil in the BOC. The barnyard, sounding good out here in 10, man. I've had a video gate rolling for about 13 minutes of all this, so it's been some kind of event out there today. It's been rough and tough, no doubt about it. Hey, Big Phil, sounding good in Tennessee, man. I'll let you get with old Fisherman, and Lord knows I don't need to get keyed on. Take care, Big Phil. You're Rooster in the hills of 10 with this long-winded station. I'm back quiet.
All right, Rooster, enjoy your day. Hey, Fishman, I'll give you $2
Hey, man, who was that said something about getting in the shower? I can't get my feathers wet. I'll be bald out here. If I get my feathers wet all the time, I'll go bald. I won't have no feathers. I look like a dadgum, I don't know what I'll look like, man. It won't be good, though. Have you ever seen a bald-headed rooster? I ain't talking about bald-headed. I'm talking about no feathers at all. Just completely bald. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't a pretty sight. Rooster in these hills of 10, getting on down.
I'm going to find the squirrel.
We're going to wrap and cap this video gate. If anybody wants to jump up on this thing, give me a shout, because we got about 30-40 seconds left. We're going to call it quits on this. And oh, goodness. Put this thing on charge and get 10-6 for a while. Anyway, take care out there on the West Coast. Rooster in these hills of 10 on this broke down Cobra 1 grand, and I'm getting on down. Hello out there, Mountain Goat. I got you in there, man. My friend, the Mountain Goat. Yeah, we ain't on the Yakimo today, man. We took her out of line, give her a break. old Betsy Sue, the Yakimo. We took her out of line, man. We're out here on the Cobra 1 Grand today.